Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing? Let's get this coffee going and start our morning rituals. Today we're going to learn how to properly smudge, burn herbs, or sage, however you would like to call it. In the mornings, I get up, I stretch, I do some yoga, I make some coffee, I eat, and I smudge. It's part of my day-to-day practice. It's my ritual. That's the time I've set aside for myself, for my soul, my mind, and my body. I focus on the here and the now. I set my mantras for the day, saying how strong I am, how powerful I am, how smart I am. All these mantras are helping throughout the day, and this goes for smudging as well. It sets the tone for the rest of the day. Herbs are medicine from Mother Earth. They're a gift, so we always give thanks when we burn them, when we harvest them. So we give thanks to Mother Earth, to all the spirits and our ancestors. The herbs we use have many gifts. Gifts to clear energy, to purify energy, to bring abundance, love, wealth, happiness. They all have specific meanings, and the herbs I'm going to show you today are meant to clear away negative energy and protect our powerful, loving energy from the negative energy that influences us throughout the day. So I'm sure this setup looks really familiar, but this is not our way. Nay, nay, that belongs to a different religion and a different culture. I'm going to show you how to use plant medicine from plants you can find in your backyard or along your city for your spiritual practice, for your day-to-day life, to protect your energy and clear that home. All the plants I'm using today were from bundles of flowers that I've received in the house and from my giant Christmas centerpiece that you guys might remember from a previous video. So I have just gathered all the little bits when I took down that Christmas ornamental and saved them for future magic. Here we have some cedar, some dried flower petals. There's some peony and some roses and baby's breath in there. This is juniper bits, some white sage, and then this is sweetgrass as well that I would like to use in today's little bundle that we're making. Oh right, and I have some pine. You can easily just use one of these ingredients, or you can use all three, or 4 or 5 or 6. Today we're going to be blending them all up. You can use any type of container. I just have this tiny little jar here that you can mix everything in. So I'm going to mix about a pinch of everything in. First we have the pine. Then I'm going to add the cedar. As you can see, this stuff is quite dried out. Burning fresh herbs is a little bit of a challenge. So definitely make sure everything's quite dried out before you get to blending it all together. There's my little cedar bundle. flower petals. So you don't need very much sweetgrass. I'm just going to cut a very little bit of this off into our little mix here because we're blending it all together. And then a tiny amount of white sage. Here we have our finished product. Looks pretty good and it smells pretty good as well. In remembering that herbs are medicine from Mother Earth, we only need a very little amount. So I personally like to blend up all my herbs into a fine ground. That way I'm not overusing. We have a perfect mixture here. Everything's finely ground and will burn evenly. So now we're going to do a quick little smudge. I have this tiny little spoon here. Sorry, I'm right-handed. And grab a tiny little spoonful, place it in our container, and we're good to go. You only need a tiny amount. I have this abalone shell that I burn my herbs in, but you can easily use anything that's fire safe. A ramekin or a small steel bowl. I personally used to use a fondue pot. I have a tiny little fondue pot that I still have that I used to burn herbs in. So anything that's fire safe is good to go. You don't need the shell. Now that we have our herbs going, I'm going to show you how to quickly smudge your home. We always start at the bottom and I work my way around whatever I'm smudging in a clockwise motion. That's bringing in the good energy. As you can see, I did the doorknob there too because everybody touches it. You can do your furniture, bookcase, shelving, your dresser, pretty much anything can be smudged. I go inside the drawers, get inside all the little nooks and crannies, and clear out all the negative stagnant energy. Just wash it all away. I also like to do windows. They're pretty important. They bring in all the good energy, but sometimes glass, metal, and wood hold the most amount of energy. So I always do the windows when I do a good smudge as well. And don't forget mirrors. They hold a lot of energy as well. Now you know what herbs to use and how to use them and why we smudge. You can start doing your daily practice. Introduce it in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or just at bedtime, or do all three, however you feel. Say your little mantras, do an incantation, bless your day, remember you're powerful, and always remember to wash your hands first, roll it over your head 3 times, and then you can do the rest of your body. If you are called to use a feather while you are smudging, feel free. I don't recommend buying a feather just to use it on Amazon or at a craft shop. This feather was gifted to me. You can also find feathers outside if the universe chooses to gift them to you. Don't forget to smudge your feet and your legs to close up your practice and your daily prayer. Hope this video served you well. Love and light, guys.